What's up everybody, my name is Vincent. Welcome to Cryptolution, where we talk about everything under the moon in the crypto universe. Today's Tuesday, November 11th. Now in today's dog video, I'm going to share with you why dog, right now, I feel like something is cooking. And what do I mean by that? Dog right now is actually one of the highest performers over the past 7 days within the meme coin sector. And I also want to share with you why meme coins, regardless of the whole macro market landscape across crypto, if things are going up or things are going down, if the 4-year cycle is over and there's a bear market in 2026, why meme coins typically perform quite well. And I just want to share with you why dog is not only the best meme coin on Bitcoin, but the best meme coin across all sectors, and why meme coins most likely will outperform the crypto market. I think possibly even regardless of the crypto volatility that we could expect, that people think is going to be very bearish in Q1 of 2026. So let's get right into it. Let's not waste any time. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X. Please be careful with any of the scammers down in the comments below. I'll never reach out via WhatsApp, Telegram, direct messaging, or email. So please be careful and invest safely. Guys and girls, let's get right into it. So right now, dog Bitcoin is at a ranking 195, still at around 170 million plus market cap. Now there was a slight pullback, and I think it's mainly due to what Bitcoin's doing right now, because Bitcoin is actually down 2.57%. And because of that, you'll notice that every other altcoin and meme coin is down as well. So when we go over to the meme coin sector, you can see that right now a lot of the meme coins have been affected with that pullback. Now I just want to scroll down just a little bit, because if you've noticed something, right, dog Bitcoin is the 17th largest meme coin by market cap. This is according to CoinMarketCap, the website. It's up almost close to 1%. And I noticed something yesterday, is that dog Bitcoin was up 25% over the past 7 days. It surpassed every blue chip meme coin that you can think of. Either they've been OGs, they've been here for a while, or if they have insider trading tokens with artificial pumps, or if they have VC backing. It surpassed Doge, Sheep, Pepe, Trump, Bonk, Pengu, SPX 6900, Floki, Whiff, Fartcoin, ApeCoin, and Brett. All of those coins were flipped over the past 7 days by dog Bitcoin. And as a reminder, it only has one tier 1 centralized exchange listing, which is Kraken. All these other meme coins literally have more than 4 to up to 7 tier 1 centralized exchange listings. It's absolutely crazy. But before we talk about the bullishness around meme coins, let's go rewind back to the macro landscape within crypto. So right now we're in the Fear and Greed Index at level 26. Why is this important? Level 26 is in fear. The reason I find this very positive is that I consider this a hard reset. Most of the time that we saw this whole bullish momentum within altcoins and also Bitcoin, and throughout all that time, we were actually in the greed section for almost close to around a year. And that to me is actually kind of nerve-wracking, because if you see that we're in greed or even close to extreme greed, there really isn't more upside for the crypto market because everybody's feeling greedy. You actually want to see this meter in the fear section because there's a hard reset. That means there's another leg up that I'm really glad that everybody's a bit nervous in terms of retail, that really we have more upside for another pump before we get into greed, and especially extreme greed. When we get an extreme greed, I tend to want to sell my assets. Now let's go over to the altcoin season index, because we have that hard reset. Remember, we are in the fear section within the fear and greed index. Now that with that pullback, this is a nice reset for the altcoin market, possibly to go back up to altcoin season. But we could see Bitcoin dominance return, and that's completely fine. Now, something that I kind of noticed that just is like a side thing I want to mention, the McRib. And you're like, what are you talking about, Vincent? Why are we talking about the McRib and the crypto market? Well, apparently, when I saw this Coinbase tweet, it said McRib is back. McDonald's says 'tis the season, support confirmed. So you must be wondering, what does this all mean? Well, apparently Call Sheet also mentioned that McDonald's McRib is returning today, November 11th. And historically, what we've seen, basically when the McRib returns, and yes, this is absolutely true, and I hope I'm not wasting any of your time, this is not financial advice, but every single time that the McRib returns, we start to see Bitcoin's price really pump to the upside, as you can see right over here. So could we see the McRib return today and then we see more pump for Bitcoin's price up? We'll see. But let's talk about some real news, okay? The macro landscape about the Senate releasing a bipartisan crypto market structure bill. Now, basically what Cryptos R Us is saying is that this is going to set up for cleaner rules, easier exchange access, more institutional capital, and real market structure. So basically he's saying a long duration of inflows within the crypto market. But here's the thing. I don't want you to just kind of get all bullish on this, because as you know, the government shutdown may end by tomorrow or even by Thursday, right? So we're predicting it's going to happen between either either November 12th or through November 15th. And it's 94% that that's most likely going to happen due to what Polymarket is voting on. But I want to remind you, even though we may see the government shutdown ending, and maybe we'll see the crypto market tend to rally again, be reminded that these votes between these House Democrats, Republicans, and also the Senate, they have another vote going on January 30th, 2026. The reason why you're starting to see a government shutdown end now is because we have Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up. And you can't have people not being able to fly at these airports conveniently during these holiday seasons. It will be absolute chaos. So they actually did it, I felt, for those reasons, which is because Thanksgiving and Christmas is coming up. But when January 30th of 2026 comes up for the next vote to determine if a government shutdown is going to occur, it's most likely going to occur, and most likely because what they took out of it was the Obamacare conversation, that this will most likely on January 30th lead to another government shutdown because Democrats and Republicans cannot meet in the middle in both the House and also the Senate. So just be ready for that. We could experience another pullback within the crypto market. Now, let's talk about some bullishness around meme coins. So as you know, Zap yesterday, which is an app that I've actually tested out myself, it's actually quite fun. But really, this is an app that will allow people to buy their favorite Bitcoin meme coins with Apple Pay, with debit cards, and also most importantly with stablecoins, so USDC say for instance. And because you'll be able to buy instantly these coins, you can sell, trade instantly. It's really quick, really fast. And it's not just limited to one meme coin like Dog. It's all multiple meme coins out there within the Bitcoin ecosystem. And this will remove a lot of friction. And by the way, you don't have to have KYC. So anybody downloading this app around the world, depending on your country's rules and regulations, you will be able to buy this without having to do that KYC. And that's absolutely fun. Now, let's also talk about another thing. I ended up tweeting to Gemini saying, still waiting for Gemini to say dog with the dog emoji. And Gemini replied with the dog and eye emoji. And that garnered a lot of attraction. Now, when you go over to Gemini's account and you go over to their reply section, you may notice something is that they don't actually reply to a ton of people. So if I just scroll down just a little bit, you'll just notice that they replied to me very recently. So they're very careful of who they reply to. And this could be a heads up of what we could see to come, which is maybe Gemini is going to list dog for spot trading, maybe hopefully by the end of this year in Q4 2025. So we'll keep that up to date on this channel. But also Arjun Sethi, the CEO of Kraken, still talking about dog themed meme coins, telling people and educating people, especially through Pawn Talks podcast. He even had Murad on there talking about how dog themed meme coins have this really amazing vitality and virality about them. He even still talks about it today in his specific tweets, saying meme and dog regarding this whole UK capping stablecoin holdings per customer, which is like £20,000. But still, he mentions dog and meme. So you're starting to see Dan from Crypto Capital Ventures stack almost around 6 million dog tokens. And then you also have this person, Carl's, who's also stacked almost close to around 5.8 million dog tokens. So what I'm telling you is right now, Rune transactions are returning. As you can see, in Q3 of this year and Q4 of this year, see the amount of red? That is Rune transactions. It doesn't matter if it's selling or buying. The fact is that there's renewed activity within the ecosystem compared to what we saw early on in 2024 when runes were dominating. There's a lot of dead end between then. As you can see, not very much red candlesticks or even red bars right here. As you can see, it is garnering back almost close to around 50% of the transaction volume within Bitcoin. That's very positive. Now let's go into the charting analysis for dog Bitcoin. As you can see, we did see the major pump within dog go up to around 180 million market cap, but it was met with some resistance. It's because of this descending trend line, as you can see here. Because of that descending trend line, we saw that resistance bounce right beneath it. What we need to see is that it needs to break above 180 million market cap, even surpass 200 million market cap, and that to me would confirm that we are in a bullish momentum. But I just want to say something else. If you look up over here, we saw that dog broke out of this descending trend line, but then reversed really quickly within the same day. So we need multiple days above the 180 million market cap and especially over the 200 million market cap to confirm a bullish momentum, not just one day. So I think that's very important. And this last slide I want to share with you is why I think meme coins are going to outperform everything regardless of what's going to happen in the crypto market. So this happened in the first half of 2024 thanks to BitEye for sharing this diagram. Now as you can see, meme coins garnered the most percentage gainage than any other cryptocurrency out there, better than layer 1s, GameFi, DeFi, layer 2s, Ethereum, even Bitcoin. This is why I bet on the meme coin ecosystem within Bitcoin, because there has not been a parabola or insane Bitcoin meme coin season on Bitcoin. You've seen it on Ethereum, BNB, Solana, but you've never seen it with Bitcoin. But most people turn a blind eye to the Bitcoin ecosystem because they want to chase these other quick gains, and most of the times they're not patient and they don't study data. So you, the 1% that's watching this video, this is why you need to position yourself and why Dog Bitcoin stands to be one of the most bullish events this coming Q4 and possibly in Q1 of 2026. So let me know your thoughts down below, what I've shared with you regarding the macro landscape of crypto. Does it really affect Bitcoin meme coins, especially Dog? But even given that Gemini's engagement and that really Dog needs to break out of that 200 million market cap level, do we see a breakout happening? Do we see Dog cooking and building something at the end of this year all the way up to the Q1 of 2026, even given that we have possibly another government shutdown after January 30th of 2026? Let me know your thoughts down below, and I cannot wait to read them. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join us on X to receive all of our alpha calls and updates growing Dog on the Moon. Till then, see you guys girls next time.